Games. We're playing Questabell. Questabell will continue Questabell today. Chapter 6 with Jack Uvex's. They said it's Jack Uvex's way. That's what they said in quest number 25, I believe. They said there is no way, only Jack Vex is his way. And we're going to learn more about this. I am, as always, genuinely, not as always, because this is a new one to me. There's a bunch of story. I'm going to take a step back. Sorry. Firstly, I am Bez, Bonnie Beth Shahriari, and over there is
Kirsten Lunde from Looking Glass Workshop.
Sorry, Kirsten. I'm like just rambling and talking away. I'm going to do the emceeing and then I'll let you talk more. I promise. But for those who don't know, Questabell is a cooperative word game campaign generated by Kirsten over there for my LDEC, and we've been working on it together. After Kirsten came up with the basics of the framework, I suggested some tweaks. We worked on it, and then the framework's really solid and tight. I'm not saying we wouldn't ever go back, but I don't think if we go back, it would be for a sequel or something like Crew Mission Deep Sea kind of situation where it's a completely different thing. This has been so successful, we'll make a new one. And I see there's Matt. Hello, Matt, from the Offline Gamer. QB, who says good morning, and good morning to you. Indeed, it is 10:06 in the UK, and I believe it is 9:06 p.m. for Kirsten in New Zealand, because we are currently 11 hours apart. And just to get back to the topic of Questabell, I'm really excited. We've worked on all the mechanics together, and I think that's 100% a fusion of our skills and desires and talents. And then the writing, much as we have had a chat, and Kirsten, do you want to give a shout out to the person who said that the story could be a little bit more?
Yes, that would be Shanti, my friend Shanti, who's designing a game called Witch's Quarrel, which I adore. Shanti kindly, and Witch's Quarrel has a lot of story elements. So Shanti kindly took a look at what I had so far at Protospiel Online, and definitely helped inspire us to greater heights with where we're heading with the story.
And we had a bit of a brainstorm together. I even helped write some of the vague outlines for the later quests, but the writing is 100% Kirsten, and that's why today I am especially excited, because I did wake up in the wee hours of the morning and I noticed, there are new things being written. It's in the process, and then I did read through quests number 26 and 27, and I made some tiny typo mistake corrections that you may have noticed or may not have. And then I closed the window and I was like, no, I need to get back to sleep. And it was so exciting. And so I am going to be reading it, much of it, especially the later bits. I would say I have no idea what's coming up, but you know how books work. You your eyes glance and then you see words, but I'm really excited, and you'll see my genuine reactions, and I thought this way would be nicer for Kirsten. Are you excited to share your new writing with the world, Kirsten?
I am excited, with the caveat that it is a first draft, so that's not a finished product yet, but I am excited. I'm excited by where we've decided to go, and I'm having a wonderful time creating from what our chats and Shanti's inspiration this story.
I just realized maybe I should have changed that title. I don't know where it is where people are looking, but it's either up there or down there. And it currently says Kirsten and Bez play Questabell, but maybe it should have been Kirsten and Bez play test Questabell. I'll change that for next time. It's fine for now. But we have gotten to the end of the introductory chapters. It's not I mean, it was really hard last time. We managed to lose for the first time ever. Kirsten was very jovial about the fact that I had a brain fart and used the word jovial when there were no A's in the deck. But there is enough going on that even us as the designer and kind of co-designer, developer, quest designer, and then we still messed up, and I think that's a really good state for the game. So as we go, we are going to start on quest number 26. We're going to finish this chapter and maybe play the first quest of the next chapter, but then it is going to keep getting harder, and I am really excited to see how we get on.
Me too.
Would you like to do any recap or yeah?
Certainly. So we caught a glimpse of Jack before our last time together, but it took a bit of effort and fighting against everything he was throwing at us before we saw him again. And this time he arrived at the library in person. Before that, we had a beast. At first we had 5 beasts, and then we realized those were a little bit too easy to overcome for us. So we did, we did that, and then we did a beast with 5 heads. Those beasts merged into one with 5 heads, and we realized that that was the one that should have started our adventure. So we decided
we are still making last minute tweaks.
Yeah. So now that beast of 5 heads will start that last chapter. And we tried a new variation that we had a lot of fun with, where we had blockers and the beast with 5 heads. So that was especially fun for us to discover that it was achievable, but that it gave us great tension and drama. So we enjoyed that change. Let's see, we did more of our numerology stuff. We did our numeracy, our math. What is it? Math and tally.
Yes.
Where we did attacked small creatures with words totaling up to 15 and less. 15 or less, and then we
and that's something that's divisive amongst players, but I really enjoyed those personally.
I do too, and we fought great creatures of 20 or more, size 20 or more. So that was a wonderful challenge. And then we had our only one vowel of the A-E-I-O-U vowel per word with 5-letter words and no S, and that we got an assist from additional librarian Joe Kelly. Yes, we had a special guest librarian help pitching in the chat. So thanks to Joe for that. And we were able to emerge victorious, but it was another dramatic finish before we saw Jack cue Vexes again. This time we had to battle him with his own deck of J, K, Q, V, X, and Z.
And also the S's and A's being removed definitely made a difference. And that Q is really interesting because you basically need a U to come out with it. And you aren't, well, I'm going to stop there. I don't want to spoil all the strategy for people who like working this stuff out, but I think there's a lot of really interesting emergent strategies that evolve from the combination of what's been taken out, which isn't necessarily something that you need to keep in mind, except you do. Otherwise, you'll make the word jovial and forget that there's no A's. Yes. And then, but yeah, with the combination of that and what the goal is and what you have to use, we failed. That was my fault. And then we succeeded. And then we started chapter 6. Which
in all fairness to you, you said jovial and I said great idea, and I continued to build on it. So you were not alone in your jovial folly. I went right along with you. So and then belatedly we realized we were sunk. So yeah, Jack did best us the first time, but we came back and defeated him the second time.
True. So we are now on chapter 6, an ongoing assault. Tricky. Quest number 26 to 30. You've finally seen your foe, and you can't shake his face from your memories. Something about him troubles you, but you can't place what. Unfortunately, the attacks on the library are constant now, so there's no time to think. let alone ask questions. Would you like to read the rest of the intro?
Sure, for quest number 26, Past, Present, and Future. The ancient archives are Jack's latest target, and the magic he's using seems to be fracturing time into not just the past, but also the present and the future. You will need to draw on everything you learned about building on the past back in necromancy and rituals, or the library may be lost before it has a chance to greet what lies ahead. So we will have removed no letters. Oh, I went crazy and set up with removing letters. We don't remove any letters for this chapter. Exciting. We're still working with 5-letter words. And we're going to do one of our favorite mechanics, and that's leaving behind the first, third, and fifth letters. Then we smush them together, and we have to continue building words that way with those cards. And our goal is to claim 17 or more cards. So let me put all those back. Oh, I can do it quickly.
Okay.
Just like that.
And so this is all about what we call leave behind, where, remember, the first, third, and fifth cards get left behind. And should we actually officially call it leave behind?
That is what we call it in the rules and on the reference notes. But we could call it something else, I suppose. But
because I'm wondering whether in other rules, rather than leave the first, third, and fifth letter, well, it should be cards behind. I wonder if it should be leave behind the first, third, and fifth cards. I know this is a really small wording thing, but having the words leave behind means that it's, here's the... Anyway, we probably don't want to be having a big discussion about such minutiae on stream, but I was just thinking the advantage of that is it's kind of like a keyword that people say, leave behind. I instantly understand that. Whereas the other way that it is more grammatically correct, the way you've written it, but I wonder if it means that you need to read that full sentence before you're able to make sense of it.
Yeah, we can easily change that.
Okay. So claim 17 or more cards, and Kirsten is going to stop looking at the screen.
Yep.
And I will start. I've no idea how this will go. I'm going to go peer, P-E-R. We do have to make 5-letter words, so peer is not a valid quest word, but you can still say whatever you want as long as it's an actual word. You can't just say random combinations of letters.
Place, P-L-A-C-E.
Okay. I will put in Ruby, R-U-B-Y.
Okay.
Although I have just remembered our strategy that making longer words does help us get stuff done. It's interesting. It's just going away for 2 days and then coming back to it. And if this was real, a published game, I could imagine, there's other campaign games I spend like months between.
Cheer, C-H-E-E-R.
C-H-E-E-R. Okay. I'm going to quickly double check something. I don't want to tell people what I'm checking because... Oh no, that is not a word. I was sure it would be a word, so I'm just going to say wiry, W-I-R-Y.
Could say cheery. C-H-E-R-Y.
Oh, amazing. I will put down the Y for cheery.
And cheery.
Nice. So keep the first third and fifth, and all the others go away. So we've
Yep.
got 3 cards out of 17. Kirsten draws back up to 3, and immediately we've got to solve the puzzle of what we're going to do with the SPL or CER.
Or SPR.
Could be. I'm going to write, well, add an IB and suggest sprint, SPRINT.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, I never took a...
Wired. WIRED.
I'm going to say sprinter.
I'm going to say wired again.
Okay. I'm going to stroke my chin thoughtfully for a moment. Under... And I'm going to check a word which I'm very sure about, although I am also wondering if it's a slightly problematic word, but apparently it's not in the dictionary anyway, so I don't need to worry about that. But it might mean that I need to discard. Oh no, of course I don't. Why would I do that? I would just add the S. The S solves
there
everything.
we go. Lovely.
Wires.
Oh.
Okay, yes, that is unfortunate.
Okay.
We can solve it. It's all good. I mean, it's a lot of vowels in. I mean,
Barbs. BARBS.
Great minds think alike. But I'm going
it's wild that we don't have that T. That's wild. That was a good shout that you made, but we don't have that T.
This feels like a wasteful time to consult the council. I am going to discard 2 cards.
Okay.
And they are going to go up there, the OU and the AL. Okay. They're quite decent cards, but yeah.
I don't think this is helping much now that I'm realizing. I
It's fine. We have cards to discard. It's all good. Don't worry. It's the start of the chapter.
Well, barbs. But
barbs. Perfect.
Except what it's going to leave behind.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. I don't think there are any words that can be made with that, but okay.
Sprinted. We've still got 1 row that we've got.
Oh, okay. Oh, I have to draw. Okay.
Yeah, that bottom part is a big obstacle. I mean,
yep.
BRS, NWS, BWG, and
yep. Yeah, that's why it's not
we
so
have
fine.
Yeah, it's our past decisions. But hey ho, there's a lot to think about with Leave Behind.
Okay, I'm gonna have to discard. Well, no, no, I have to come up with a word that can be made there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 7. And also, if we fail on the first quest of a chapter, it's still not the end of the world. It's still just a game.
I have to discard. I don't think I can make anything with those letters.
That's totally fair. Oh, whoops. I think I gave you a card accidentally.
No, I think you may have put it behind somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. Okay.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
I think you have it clicked. Can you unclick it? Click somewhere else? Okay. That's fine.
Okay, Kirsten is fixing all the UI stuff while I mess it up. Okay, I am going to put an E down and say, and I'm actually now looking at what the first, third, and fifth things will be, and I'm feeling a sense of doom. But
I am too.
Sprinted.
I just looked at it too. Yeah. I think we're sunk. Okay. Doesn't matter which one I use at this point. Sprinted. I don't see it out for us here.
I don't see any words. I think that we just did this willy-nilly, and that's fine.
How close did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Not too bad.
Yeah. That was slightly sad, but the interesting thing about Leave Behind is it was our decisions, do you know what I mean? There's no randomness in what's left behind. It's going to be the first, third, and fifth. It's just literally that there's more to think about. And so, yeah, let's retry.
Indeed. Exciting to have our second fail. And we did succeed at this on the first try when we did it before, because we continued to this level.
Yes, but I think that also shows the difference between having stuff fresh in your mind and then going to the next quest, and it feels so much easier versus if you go away for even 2 days, let alone a week or a fortnight, which is what a lot of people might do. You're going to forget some of the strategies of how to play, and you do have to relearn that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sorry I didn't make a time notes the first time.
Well, that's okay. We didn't
26
finish. So.
And 27, we started 26. Okay. I'm going to remember that the first, third, and fifth get left behind. Okay. So we want some vowels in the first, third, and fifth. That's the key parts, basically. Okay. Jeers, Jeers.
Peers, Peers.
And
I should know what's with that.
I'm going to check that something can be pluralized because I know it's a word, but oh, sad times. It's only singular. Those units of measurements That's... I don't understand. How is the units of measurement not... Anyway.
Oh, I know what I should have done. Oh, feeling foolish. That's okay. Too late.
It's all okay. It's all okay. No matter what happens, I am going to play Jibes. Jibes.
Okay.
And on your turn, I'll just double check that, please. Oh, jibe is a alternative of jibes spelled with a G. Interesting. I never heard the jibe with a G, but apparently that's the more common version.
All right, I'm gonna go Peers, Peers.
I'm going to say jibed, Jibed.
Peers, Peers.
I'll put jibes.
You know what I think I'm gonna do? E-T-G-M-T. Okay, I think this is okay. I'm gonna say gayer.
Oh, like someone is gayer than the other person.
Yeah, we're gayer than other folks. We are happy to be playing Questabell.
Okay, I'm now again thinking in my head. I'm being really, really bloomin' careful with, okay, what's the first, third, and fifth? And annoyingly, those quite often you will find your vowels on the second if you don't watch out, which, yeah, I'm going to... I'm going to say batter. Like fish and chips with batter on it. Batter. And hopefully this level will not batter us.
I'm going to say bitter. Bitter.
I'm going to check something quickly. Yes, it can be pluralized. Bitters. It's the spirits.
Okay, I'm going to go
bitters.
Litters.
Nice.
And look at those juicy, juicy vowels left behind.
Yeah, because there are more than enough vowels in the deck. It's more than 50% of the cards have a vowel on them, but yeah. Oh, I almost forgot what I was doing up there. Jibed.
Oh. Okay.
Hindsight is 2020. Already looking at it and seeing, oh, could have done that.
Yeah. I did that after my very first play. Orate. Orate.
Nice. And that leaves all vowels, although all vowels isn't necessarily what you want, but you always have the option of a consonant generally, so it's all good. I'm going to go with the... I think this kind of works. Jibes.
Okay.
We only get 2 cards.
Oh, that's quite good. Yeah, ANG, ANS. Those are quite good. ABS. Those are all great. Oh, I think I'm going to do it. I think it's going to be okay. I'm going to say orate.
Nice. Yeah, just doing it a couple of cards at a time. And I am going to carry on with means. Like, I think that even doing small words means we will make inexorable progress towards our goal. Oh, thank you, Stream Elements. I'll take your advice. Do a bit of stretching.
Oh.
Stretching time, stretching time. We have now gone through stretching time, and Kirsten's working out which word to play. Will we mess up again today?
I can't tell you what I'm looking up, but I am looking something up. Okay.
Yeah, 3 leave behind is instantly so much more potential for destruction than 2. I think pretty much any 2 cards next to one another, you can get something working. But
Boles, BOLES.
okay, I will continue with means, MEANS. And we get another 2 cards. It's hopefully a decent thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 12. 5 to go.
Okay. Boles, BOLES.
3 to go.
It's okay. We have out. Okay.
Feel
okay.
I'm going to quickly have a skim of what we've already taken out, and oh wait, I should have one more card. Oh my gosh.
You should indeed.
Master. MASTER. For example, the young master managed to fail.
Basin.
But felt like with the mistress's help, they would complete the quest. Mast. Base. Okay, I am going to. We only need 3 more. It's fine. I'm going
we haven't discarded yet. Yeah.
To get rid of 2 cards. Not going to bother asking you anything. Sorry, that sounds
That's
mean.
quite all right. No. Oh.
5 here.
I don't love this, but we don't need a ton more, right? So basin.
Yeah. And then we only need so if we can squish the things together.
Oh.
We only need 1 more.
Okay. So if we can just finish this word with something.
Master? Or I've already said master. I am going to check what I was about to say. Yes. I'm going to consult the council just to say, are you aware that masted is a word, meaning to have a mast?
Indeed, I am. I'm going to discard those 2 cards.
And at this point, we are just digging, which I know Kirsten's not a fan of when it's just...
I'm not.
It's not the ideal game experience to know, okay, as long as we... I understand it's a little bit unsatisfying. I don't see a way around it. As a player, I kind of have this weird satisfaction sometimes of, and I think as long as it only happens in a minority of cases.
Now I've done it. There it is. Discard. I'll discard that one and that one.
And master.
There we go. And mastered. That's amazing.
And so, whoops, I put them down, but we've basically got 18, and we managed to win the level quest. And so, while Kirsten puts everything back together, I will read out the success. Success! Just before Jack disappeared, you heard him shout, "The future belongs to more than just you few in these halls." What could he have meant? You look for the head librarian. Oh, whoops, I need to give you the cards in my hand.
That's okay. I switch modes and I can grab them.
Goddess mode.
Yep.
Hooray for it. So
somebody called it God mode, and I went, not on my watch. Not my games are all going to have goddess mode instead.
You look for the head librarian, but when you find her, her head hangs low, so you can read nothing in her eyes. What does the future hold? Face your immediate future in quest number 27. Would you like to read this out?
Certainly. Quest 27. Embrace the darkness. You have often found yourself fighting by the side of your friend and fellow librarian River, but today the light seems gone from their eyes. They anticipate your question before you can speak. I am all right, they say softly. Today, Jack is forcing us to accept the darkness like never before. But we have nothing to fear. There is good in the shadows, and even he cannot fully extinguish our radiance. You nod and follow River to face Jack once again.
And we are really embracing the darkness because this time we have to go down to the bottom of the cards and use 4 of those lower letters. We still have to claim 17 or more cards, and this time it might be a little easier because nothing's being left behind, but we'll see how it goes. Are you ready to begin?
Indeed.
Oh my gosh, this is instantly, what the heck can we do with stuff on the bottom? And I am sorry, speaking too much. I'm going to cheat very slightly. I'm not going to cheat a lot. I'm not going to tell you what I have, but I'm just going to say I have annoying letters.
Shall I start?
Sure.
I'm going to say jagged. Jagged.
Oh, perfect. I would say jigged.
Okay. Jigged.
And I'm sorry, I'm going to discard. I'm discarding the NB and the NZ.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Maybe I should have done something at the other row. I don't know.
That would have been my vote.
I'm sorry I didn't consult the council.
That's okay.
We still got loads of cards. It's fine.
Yep. We're doing fine. I'm just gonna say Mark, M-A-R-K.
Oh, so interesting, because M-A-R-K is not a 5-letter word. It would not be a valid thing, but Kirsten again is allowed to use any word as a clue word, and that gives me I'm just going to tell the audience because you know that I know that you've got a K. And now I'm telling the audience that, like, because we've played this a lot, I'm assuming that Kirsten would, especially with a shorter word, would not clue me into a K unless she had a K. And I'm thinking, okay, how can we make this even better? I'm sorry. I'm going to say dimmed. Dimmed.
Okay. Dimmed. Dimmed.
Dimmed. Phew.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I do find it very interesting how both this quest and the previous one, we almost have a ridiculous number of cards to play with because nothing's been taken out. And it gives it a very different feel, which I do enjoy. And I'm also slightly cheating and reminding Kirsten that it's fine to discard and also
Yep. It's just a
improving my
matter of
own
what.
feeling about discarding before.
It's just a matter of what. I'm discarding these. Oh, okay.
Dimmed.
That's a thing that happened. Mm-hmm. Oh, I should have kept.
It's fine, it's fine.
I'm going to
We've got
discard again.
30 cards in the... And I will say dimmed.
Lovely.
And that is 6. So we are literally more than a third of the way towards our goal. I am personally finding... I'm curious how you're finding the challenge. I'm finding it roughly equal to the previous level, but also very different.
I'm going to say pharmaceutical.
Pharmaceutical. Wow. Okay. So,
Just hopefully you get from that what you need. But if not, that's okay too.
okay. Let's get I am, for people looking at the screen, I am kind of a fan of this one card, and I know I'm giving Kirsten more information that I normally would, and I'm a fan of this one card, but this one card I'm not a fan of at all. And although I guess, yeah, it's just kind of some of those bottom letters, it's like, how am I even going to use that given what we've got? And if I could discard one and draw one, it would be absolutely a no-brainer, because I'm hoping that Kirsten might have something to continue stuff with. But okay, because you weren't... I'm going to consult the council, and I'm going to say, do you feel comfortable with me discarding now and also discarding as a kind of, okay, there's nothing to do, let's just keep going thing in the future for this particular quest?
That's fine if that's what you want to do. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to get rid of the SX and the EY.
Okay.
I know that it could have led to Jiggy, but it just seemed... Oh, I've got some great... no. Again, I can't stop myself from accidentally cheating.
I'm gonna look something up.
I do think in games with limited communication, I mean, the limited communication is
Mash up.
mash up.
Mm-hmm.
MASH.
UP. Yep. Mash up.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm
It's okay.
moshed.
That's not enough. Okay. It's not enough bottom letters.
No, M, H, and D.
It's 4.
Oh. Yes. Damn. I messed this up. Yeah, I don't know why I was just counting 3. Oh my gosh, this is so much harder than I thought it was. I think I totally forgot that from the start of the level, and dimmed was just a happy coincidence.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. I thought you'd figured that out. Yeah. But that was 4.
Oh my gosh. This is really embarrassing now.
No, don't be embarrassed.
Hopefully with the quest booklet kind of
that's not enough
on the table and people playing cards separately, it would be easier, because I'm having everything on a single screen on a laptop, and this is me kind of excusing the fact, but I'm also slightly worried for other people. Like, if you forget, it's not a great experience, to be honest.
Well, yeah, I think it would be open.
I am going to quickly go and get some chai.
Okay.
Big cup of chai.
All right. I'll just
More
try
of a
it. And
suspension
whatever
than a
happens,
tea.
happens. Poshly.
Mm.
I don't know how else to get us out.
Ooh, that's bitter. And poshly, POSHLY. Okay, we've got 2 very specific things. We need an L and then a Y, and we need a G. Well, unless we think.
Or we can clear it. If we need to clear it, we clear it, right?
We could. I'm going to discard.
Oh, gosh.
And, yep. Okay.
So am I. For better or worse. I just think we got stuck there. There's not much we can do.
Poshly.
Cool.
And I will scroll these down a little bit just so that they're visible on my screen. Oh, that also works.
Nope. I am discarding again.
Oof. But poshly, yes, it is a 6-letter word. Phew. So now, poshly.
And it's got 4 bottom letters, so.
And that's us 2/3 of the way through. And
okay, I'm going to say. 1, 2. Let's say jiggle.
Oh, interesting. I'm going to say 1, 2. This might be a terrible idea. Oh, wait. How many times have we consulted the council? And that doesn't count as consulting the council, you evil genie. So I don't know why I'm talking to a hypothetical audience who So if anyone out there is saying like, oh, you can only ask 3 yes or no questions, and yeah, that's not even a yes or no question, so it definitely doesn't count as consulting counsel.
Yeah, you only asked the one.
Okay. My question is, do you have a G and or an L?
No.
Okay. I am going to say, wait, I'm going to check something that I don't think is a word, but it might be, and that would make our life much easier. Oh, no, that's not. I'm going to say.
Oh, can I consult the council with our third one?
Yes.
Are you happy for me to finish that top word?
Yes. Okay, so in which case, given what you've just said, I will discard.
Well, you could play to the second line, but that's okay. Jigged. Jigged.
Jigged. Jigged. And
Fantastic.
that is 18 cards. Phew. Yeah. Even when it was just 3, I was thinking it was about as hard as the previous one. And then when I was like, oh my gosh, it's actually 4. This is a lot harder than I thought it was. I don't know how that mistake happened, but I felt like that was a really nice increase. How about you?
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Even though we succeeded at it on the first go, which we didn't the last one, it still had a good amount of tension to it. We decided to go to 6-letter words rather than trying 4 bottom letters in 5-letter words. So I think that helped us a lot.
I think 6-letter words is probably going to be how that works out. And we did have to learn to do a lot of digging. So I think it just, how can I put this? I think it forced a different play style on us, which I really enjoyed. But while Kirsten cleans up, I'm going to read out the success, because you trusted in River and yourself even before you faced Jack, so it is no great surprise that you have emerged victorious from battle once again. You wonder why he persists. What exactly is he after, you ask your friend. River pauses for a moment with a quizzical look, but then merely shakes their head. Tackle another challenge of frequencies and numerology in quest number 28. So, quest number 28, the power of primes. And in this one, nothing needs to be removed. Word length is 5, but the words must total exactly 17. And we have to claim 20 or more cards. Would you like to read out the intro, Kirsten?
Certainly. The assistant said the latest magic attacks are resonating at prime frequencies, River fills you in as you arrive to yet another attack. You remember the head librarian's lesson about the power of 17. And as you meet River's gaze, you know without words that you're on the same page. Time to put that lesson to work. So I did make a little change to one of our earlier chapters and included something I found interesting. We use 17 a lot in this, and we talked about it being sort of magical. So in an earlier chapter, I have made a modification so that the head librarian told us the significance of 17. It is the sum of 4 consecutive primes and holds significant power. So it is the only 4 consecutive primes that you can add together, and they form another prime.
Wow.
All other ones would be divisible by 2 once you add them all together, at the very least. So,
oh wow, that's
17.
quite amazing. Yeah. So is it 1, 3, 5, and 7?
It's 2, 3, 2, 3, 5, 7.
Oh yeah, 2's still a prime.
Yep.
I always get confused. So that's 5, 5. Yep. Interesting. So
Yeah.
we have to make our words total 17. This is
Like there seems to be no rest for the wicked here, which I think is right at this stage with Jack assaulting the library. But yeah, it feels. I heard that sigh and I felt it to my bones.
so 17, 5 letters or more. So that means that, okay, like, I'm sure we worked this out, and like, but basically, if you do 3 each, then it's going to be 15. So a 6-letter word is going to be quite difficult unless we have a lots of 1s and 2s in our hands.
Which is
Well,
really interesting, following one where we were doing 6-letter words, right? Now we have to rein ourselves in a little bit.
and I think that if I even play a 5, that means that the 12, it's still doable actually, because yeah, you could go 5, 3, 3, 3, 3. So I think anything is playable. We just need to be mindful of the lower letters. And before we start, do you have any thoughts on our strategy, or?
No, just
Good luck.
paying attention to that math, like you said, and remembering the lower letter numbers is going to help a lot. And if we play a 1 or a 2, we just have to be ready to balance that out.
Trying to remember what the 3s are now.
Wug. Spoilers, but U, G, and W.
I'm going to say Gales. Gales. Let's see how it works. And you can always start another thing. While I drink my surprisingly bitter tea, which is kind of more of a suspension than a brew, I'm going to admit. I'm drinking this now out of pure perseverance. I mean, I guess I could put some honey into it.
I'm going to say Basque, B-A-S-K.
I'm going to say Gales again. Or okay, this level is a hard one. This is the first one where I'm thinking, okay, I want to find my deck and actually consult. Yeah. I'm actually going to
say forged, F-O-R-G-E-D. I know, but
because I really want to see what letters are on the bottom, what numbers are on the bottom of a specific letter. No, it'll be fine. Or will it? Yes, it will be. Goals, Goals.
forge. Oh, okay. Maybe.
Forge.
Oh, maybe. What? Okay. 4,
so that's 8.
7, 8.
So we need a 9. Forge does mean that the F is 2, so that's 7. So we could
Yeah,
go
yeah.
to D, which takes 2 remaining, so we need to have an O with a 2 on it. And I think there's... Yeah. I'm not sure that's possible. We'll see. Goals. I am concerned about... Oh, wait. Yes.
What's up there?
Goals.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12.
We need an S with a 5 on it.
Okay. Goals.
Yes. You had the right thing.
Okay, hold on. I mean, go ahead. It's your turn, but I'm trying to think about this mess I put down here. 7,
Yes.
8. We need 9.
And interestingly,
That's not enough.
I'm going to discard. I know it's... How many do we need to get again? What's the rules?
20? We're claiming 20 cards?
Yep.
Nothing could work in the blank line? Okay. If you feel that way, that's okay.
I will explain. I know this is slightly cheating to explain my thinking, but I'm basically thinking that high numbers are probably worse
drat. Okay.
this game.
Okay. Well.
Oh, was that something that we needed? Because...
No, not that. A different out, but that's okay.
Ooh. Yeah. This is definitely feeling harder and harder as the quests go on in this chapter. Chat Q Vexes is really testing us.
I don't think.
And I helped write all of these, and I can't even remember what comes next because my memory isn't even that good, which is part of why.
So if we do
well done, my past
that's
self.
going to require that, which is okay. That's not great.
It's fine. Hopefully. I mean, life is fine. Life carries on. It's just a game.
Absolutely. Fire, F-I-R-E.
I don't know why the neighbours chose today to do drilling, but there you go.
Okay. Okay. I think I have.
Do you want me to mute myself while I'm not speaking? How bad is... Let me actually try turning round the laptop so it's pointed at a different direction as opposed to the drilling, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So let me point it away from the wall from which this drilling is emanating, and they are persevering in annoying. Anyway, sorry, what did you say?
What did I say? What did I say? I think I said fire, F-I-R-E, I think.
F-I-R-E.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a nice clue word to... Because it's not always a goal word, it's not always what you're trying to do, it's to also clue the other person in. I think I've got some information. I'm going to try to avoid my temptation to rush off and get all the info, and I'm going to go with...
What do I do? Okay.
Okay. 5, 7. Hopefully this works. Proof. Proof. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm really not... I don't enjoy having a poker face. I'm not going to say I'm not good at it. Like, if I really get into the mindset, yeah, actually, I'm probably not even good at it. It's not a skill I enjoy. It's not something I would choose to do. I mean, for me, embracing the emotions is part of the joy of play and part of the joy of life. But I am thinking, everybody watch,
I'm gonna say
that I could make... This is what word I'm thinking of. I typed it into the chat. It's the public chat that Kirsten's totally not looking at.
I'm gonna say gorses. Gorses. Gorses.
Gorses is a word. What does it mean?
Gorse is a shrub.
Oh,
so gorses, it's a particular type of shrub. So multiple
is it
shrubs. I had to look it up to make sure it could be pluralized, because gorse I was familiar with, but gorses, yes, indeed, it can be pluralized.
Okay, so I know a G's got a 3 on it, so that would be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we need an S with a 4 on it. That's right. Isn't it? Let me double check my maths. 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11,
That's
12.
the math I get as well.
Yeah, so we need an S with a 4 on it. There are 5. Pride? Pride. I have no idea if it... Well...
Pride.
Oh.
I guess I should have
5,
slowed
6,
down.
7,
8,
8,
9, 10,
13. So
we need an E with a 4. Okay.
So we need a G, an E with a 4, and...
an S with a 4.
I'm going to dig.
Okay. Gorses. Gorses.
I'm sorry. I'm going to dig.
That's okay.
Let me look something up. No, it's not a word.
I'm gonna discard.
You're digging. Be more positive.
You know I hate it.
So an E with a 4 is what we need.
I hope there is one. Surely. Or a G. Or our last G. So it could be the last card for all we know. Yeah.
Yes, it could be literally at the bottom of the deck. And
right next to our 4E.
I'm trying to remember what the E's have, and it's C, B, and M.
C and B are both 4s.
And M, I think.
Oh, M too. Yeah.
Those are the 3 4s. Yes, I'm fairly sure EM is a card. That means we're looking for one specific thing, but it's probably better to look for one specific thing and clear up the row. And I should think about what I'm keeping. And let's keep that one. And okay.
Discard these two.
And we have horses.
Woohoo!
6.
Relieved.
So that's 11. So we're halfway through. Okay, your turn. And we have a clear row, finally, again. I am regretting my decision to make this chai in the biggest cup I had.
I'm going to say Hilly, Hilly.
I'm going to say pride. Which
Look at you getting both of them.
Neat.
Lovely.
And I do really enjoy the fact that we were actually able to make pride.
Yes, in June, no less. That's fantastic.
And I do have 2 dates for it in my calendar in London. And I am planning to go to Trans Pride with between 2 and 4 of my friends. We'll see how it works out, but they are people with whom I feel very safe. And actually, I just remembered a thing that I forgot to give thanks for yesterday, which was Jessica kind of putting my mind at ease because I was worried I'd done something to annoy people. But sometimes it's just you're reading too much into stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stretching time, side to side. I am stretching left to right. Shaking my shoulders, shaking my elbows. I'm getting up and wiggling my toes. My toes. Maybe that's...
Sigh. I'm not sure what to do. I'm going to just put this up here. I'm going to say
4, 5, 6,
built, B-U-I-L-T.
11. We've got 16, so
yeah, we just need one more word.
4 would work, except that the minimum word length is 5.
Yes, we need one more word, one more whole word. Yes.
No, not just one partial word, but one whole word.
One whole word.
Yeah, which is 5. And what did you say?
I don't even remember. Built, B-U-I-L-T.
Okay.
But one of those letters is out. we don't have any more. I'm allowed to say that. Because that's observable by everyone.
Use are out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm wondering. The interesting thing about the bottom letters is that even though they're harder to make words with, for this level, you know they are going to definitely have that thing. So even if there's 3 G's, for example, there's more chance of getting a G with a 3 on it than an E with a 3 on it, for example. And I find that quite interesting, how it kind of pushes you to use the lower letters in a weird way.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm actually now pondering the S's again, because S is so bloomin' useful.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, what's the last S? SX, SH, SG, SC, and SD. Can you remember the last S?
Mm-mm.
Is it bad if I go and find a deck and open it up very quickly.
No, I've been meaning to have my cheat sheet with me, but I keep forgetting to bring it up here. It's in my room.
Or actually, I could just go into the Yeah, I'm going to go into the Questabell thing just to Questabell. Kirsten, tell them about your favorite thing while I'm looking up information.
My favorite thing. What's my favorite thing today? Oh, well, I had a lovely meeting with Nicole Fendi of Creatopia. Nicole is a fellow mod for Protospiel Online, and she, as part of the thank yous for everyone, the swag bag for everyone for Protospiel Online, she did a free consultation. So we had a nice chat. She's wonderfully combined left brain and right brain. She's formerly an actuary, but she's also a creative writer, and so and she's a creative like us and has done
Seen
game
some
design as
wonderful
well.
stuff from her. I'm going to interrupt this and say SB is one of the cards, and I don't see that's out. So
we've got a 4 of S's.
Has a 4. So that's useful to know that
it is.
That would make it up to 8. So we would need 7 amongst 3, and that or
that is challenging.
Let's see. Oh,
we have one more W.
I'm going to check if you can spell a word with an additional yes.
We only have one more 3 out. It's whatever the W is with.
You can spell so I'm slightly cheating, but for the sake of the stream, I'm going to ponder slightly openly and say the word I looked up was cozy, and COSEY, and so OSE. Well, S has a 4 on it, we've worked out. C has a 4 on it. That brings it up to 10. So that would mean that the O and the E have to total 7.
What's with the last W, since you've got that reference? We have AW and RW. What letter is with the last W?
E.
Okay.
I am... So... And I'm going to check... So if we were to make cozy... Again, this is really blimmin' mathsy, I'm not going to lie.
It is very, yes.
So if I were to do cozy, I'm actually making a note now, and yeah, that's how hard it's got, and I'm actually writing something on paper. So that would be 4, 4, 2. So that means we've got to have 7 between the O and the E, and the question is whether we can do that. What O's are left?
And this has stretched the communication rules too.
I mean, the thing is, like, if I wasn't cheating, I would have just been saying, "Give me a moment. I'm going to spend 5 minutes working this out." But the communication rules is partially for the sake of the stream. I feel okay about that. Okay, interesting. That is very interesting. And how many C's are left? 1, 2. Oh my gosh, that's not good. Okay, so what other E's are left? Oh, this is ridiculous. Yeah, that does not work. So for people in chat, I was thinking about, playing this card, but given that there's only one O left with a 4 on it, which I checked, and it's the OC, that seems like a terrible idea. And then, oh my gosh, I definitely don't want to discard.
Our last S is a 4, right? 1, 2.
The last S is a 4.
Okay.
And how many O's do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's 2 remaining that are not visible to everyone. And
what's our last N paired with? We have N, H, and D, and Z, and U, and NB.
NH.
ND.
NB, is that already out?
That's already out.
NB, NU, ND, NZ, NF.
NF, okay. That's a 2, so that's interesting.
Yeah, at this point, unless I play cozy, I will admit I have broken the rules of communication a bit. If NF. Okay, do you want to consult the council? Do you have a strong idea or suggestion?
Hold on. What did we say? The N was 2. 2.
I'll write that down. The N is 2. The I is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 1 N left as well. Really? 1, 2. Oh no! Yeah. That's what I just wrote down. N.
Okay, hold on. Now I'm writing. Bear with me.
And then the I is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 I's on the table.
2, 2. That's 6. The S is a 4.
IQ is the last one.
Oh. What's our O? 1, 2.
O, 5 and 4. OD and OC.
4. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Nope, that number, it doesn't exist. Oh, maybe it's, what if that's the 5, 7, 13, is there? What are our remaining T's?
T's, there's loads of T's that we've not used. We've only used 2 of them. Is that right?
Yep.
G and C. So we have the TM, which is a 4.
Okay.
We've used C and G. Yeah, TH is a 5. TL is also a 5.
Okay.
TD is also a 5. Interesting.
So our remaining
TC and TG.
Okay. If I've got
5.
The remaining letters correct, I'm going to consult the council.
Okay.
Do you think we can finish with the word points? Points.
Points.
And that's our last consult the council, I think.
Whew. Are you sure that's what you want to ask? You don't want to?
That's what I want to ask.
Okay.
If I've gotten them correct?
Well, just because you could have specified a row.
Oh.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I still get to play, right?
No, it's my turn.
Oh, is it your turn? Oh, shoot.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, okay. I'll extend the question. Do you think we can finish points? Well, you can probably figure it out. It's a 6-letter word. I just said a 6-letter word.
So points, that's a 2 and a 1 for that, a 5 or a 4 for O. N is definitely 2. T is... Oh, I guess I could also be 2 if we use that. And N could also be 4. And then T is 4 or 5. And S is definitely 4. So 2... Interesting. We need the S. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, yes, we do. Wait. 2, 6.
Did I math it wrong?
7.
Oh, I did math it wrong. I mathed it wrong, didn't I?
So you're telling me that I shouldn't
What would that... Oh, no, that would be... Okay, if we don't do that one, would that do it?
11,
no, that wouldn't do it.
13, 14, 15. Oh, no!
That is right?
Yes. I think we can.
Okay, I did math it right.
2, 4.
No, they have to be 17, right? That's
6, 7, 8, 9.
That's 19.
I mean, I'm only allowed to say, like, technically, I'm only allowed to say yes, definitely yes, not sure,
right,
no, and definitely not. So I'm going to give a weak yes.
Yes.
Not a double yes, but a weak yes.
Do we...
So
something's gone wrong. Oh, I think
we only need to make a 5-letter word to clear a row.
Right. Yep.
But that itself is not going to be trivial.
Well, okay. Have we talked about that? Because
were you asking if it should have to be a 5-letter word? We can't just be making it easier for ourselves mid-level.
No, that's not what I'm doing. The way I have taught it has always been you can clear a row as long as it's 3 letters or more. But it won't count. Yeah, that's why I was asking the question. We've talked about this before, and I don't remember where we landed.
Interesting. Okay, so everyone watching, do you think we should have to should the 5 or more letters be for quest words only, or should you be allowed to clear any word of 3 or more letters just to get it out the way? I mean, it still needs to be in the dictionary, but I would be curious to know what other people think.
It is another fiddly thing to remember that it's less than the minimum word length. So I think that may have been your case for not having that rule, but that's how I've taught it before.
I mean, if it's 3 letters, like, I'm not sure. It's still a bloomin' tricky level. Like, I'm not feeling like we're making it easy for ourselves. And
right. No, and the 3 letters is rarely are you going to ever clear, because usually you're building out trying to get the quest word. So it's rare that you're going to ever use this, except in a very edge case like this, where we're like, oh no, we need to clear a row. Oh, that's right. We're allowed to clear a row with a legitimate dictionary word of 3 letters or more, even though it doesn't meet the quest.
Like, give me a shall we do a simultaneous thumbs up for how we're feeling about clearing 3-letter words? Like, yes, you should definitely be allowed to clear them. No.
Okay, so 2 thumbs, like from 2 down to 2 up with...
Yeah, and then you can do one for a weak vote.
Yeah. Okay.
Just to kind of not influence each other. So do we think it should be 3 or more, or do we think it should be the quest number?
Okay. Which were we doing thumbs up first?
Pardon?
That's a yes, no, right? So we should. So which one are we doing first? It should be the quest, or it should be.
Well, up for it should be 3. Down for it should be the quest limit.
Oh. Okay. We're just saying how we feel. Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, vote.
I can't see yours because...
So I'm exactly neutral. Are you 1 up, 1 down?
Yeah, I'm like, both are fine to me. I just think deciding is the... Yeah, I guess neutral as well. There's a case for either one to me.
I mean, I feel like having solved the puzzle of... Okay, I don't want to choose 3 just because it's easier, because I am incentivized as a player to make it easier for myself. I do think, okay, let's think about what's fun, because obviously harder games, in a ridiculously absolutist sense, harder games are easier than games with 0 challenge. Like if it was literally just put a card down and then you claim it, and it doesn't matter, you don't even need to make words. You could storm through all the levels and it would be completely pointless. Now, I'm just kind of reminding us that, yes, as players, we want it to be easy, but as in the moment, but we actually want it to be challenging so we feel a sense of accomplishment. And so the real question to me then is, having worked out points, would we get a sense of accomplishment from doing a 3-letter word? Or would we feel, oh, that felt like cheating? That's a rule that we haven't used. I think that's...
Or would it feel, conversely, would it feel frustrating to know that we've solved it and be unable to do what we know it is, right?
Yeah, because...
Is that a good frustration or a bad frustration, right?
Yeah, like the bad frustration would be like, okay, now we've worked out points. Now we need to work out an entirely new 5-letter word that avoids all of those letters that we need for the word points. And if I'm being honest, like that puzzle that we just solved, that you worked out how to make points, to me, that is already satisfying enough. I think that's where I'm falling down on it. And I'm aware we need to dock like 2 minutes from the time of this level.
At least, yeah.
But I'm going to put down a card and say toy. And I'm going to say that if you're completely undecided, I'm going to say we can do that, and I'll say toy, TOY, and hopefully it can work.
And I will say toy also.
Yes,
and
that hopefully works.
We can clear it. So that does not count. It's going up above.
And I will play the final O with a 4 on it and say points.
I will play the P with the 2 on it and say points.
And I will discard 2 cards for the sake of digging.
Okay. And I will discard 2 cards for the sake of digging.
I will play the eye with a 1 on it, which totals 7, and say points.
I will discard 2 cards for the sake of digging.
I will play the N with the 2 on it and say points. And now it's totaled 6, 7, 8, 9.
Play the T with the 4 on it and say points.
Wow.
Now, I guess we can kind of sneak a peek at our letters that we discarded, and maybe we absolutely could have come up with another word. I'm sure we could have.
We
but would
had
that
the IY at the start, and
Yep.
in theory, we could have done rhyme, RHYME.
Yep.
But I don't think I would have enjoyed that level of thinking. But
Right, having to come up with that just doesn't feel as satisfying as coming up with points and making it happen, right? That was sort of our magic. And then being able to do it with just 4 cards left in our hands, and that's it.
Wow, like, even though once you worked it out, I mean, things could have still come out in the wrong order. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
And I was worried that whilst we could have not gotten the IQ for a while, and then we can only keep 1 card each. And so if one person gets the TS, then or the NS, doesn't work. And so we were kind of lucky also in the order that they came out.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, that was really satisfying. I will comment. Sorry about the drilling. I assume you can't hear that.
Yes.
I'm aware that took us 40 minutes. Are we okay to carry on?
We just have the 1 more, don't we? Or do we have 2
No,
more?
2.
2. Oh my goodness. Well, let's plow ahead and see how we do.
Okay, well, we managed to have success, and it has taken every bit of the magic and skill you possess to continue opposing Jack and his forces. As you look at River and the rest of your tired teammates, you wonder if there isn't some way to resolve things before you all succumb, or someone, even Jack, is irreparably harmed by the constant fighting. The schools of magic posed their greatest challenge to you so far in quest number 29. Oh my gosh. So again, we remove nothing. So ostensibly, it's an easy level. At least we've got lots of cards to play with. But that's where and we only have to claim 20 cards. So again, we have a lot of discards, but that doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Far from it. Do you want to introduce the next one?
Sure. Quest number 29, 5 schools combine. This time, Jack has sent creatures, each forged from the magic of the different schools, to fight us, you tell River as you guide them to the latest conflict. Then we'll combine the schools punctiliously, as we were taught. River's soft voice carries an edge of steel. Jack will find us insuperable once again.
Nice. Okay, so we need to make words, 5 letters or more, but they all need to have the different schools of magic, which is these borders that are on the side.
Indeed.
And in the categorical deck, I call them the suits, but I think I do actually like them being columns. That works quite well, although like the original deck has them on all 4 edges, but I don't know what Now is not the time to be discussing typography and graphic design for the final Questabell deck. Now is the time
No,
to be
especially
facing our quest.
especially when these quests are longer.
43, we started quest number 29, and oh my gosh, this is challenging. I am going to say gamer, Gamer. So it's only 4 words. So actually, yeah. There is quite a lot to play with. This is the critical decision, isn't it? Do you support my word and try to, or do you start a new thing? Because one of them, there's both risks and challenges on both sides, right? Like starting
I'm gonna say
each
bangs, Bangs.
Okay, I'm going to say gamer. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm just gonna say bugs, Bugs. I know exactly what's going on.
Lamer.
No.
So we've got different types of borders. We've got the diagonals, we've got the horizontals, we've got the verticals, we've got the swirls, although maybe they could also be called the curls. We've got the bubbles, which we've not seen yet, and we've also got the triangles, which we've also not seen yet.
I'm gonna say lungs, Lungs.
I'm going to say tamer, Tamer.
I'm gonna say
So now the only thing that can work on the bottom is diagonals or triangles.
yeah. Longs, Longs.
Longs. Is that what you said? Is that a word? Oh, she longs for her child.
Exactly.
Who has been taken away. Wow.
Yep.
I mean, I guess you can't make a happy thing for, or she longs to go back to Bangkok and she will totally be there in a few months.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a happier thing.
It is.
Okay. I'm going to do a wee cheeky check. You are allowed to check one thing per turn, and I'm going to... Okay. And that does not work. So I am going to, discard 2 of the curly schools of magic.
Okay. I know it's early, but I'd still like to consult the council.
Okay.
Would you prefer that I finish the top word over the bottom word?
I'm going to say a weak yes.
Okay. Going to say gongs, Gongs.
Okay, so that is 5. We are a quarter of the way through. And let's think about the word means. What does it mean? I mean, it
I'm gonna
means
look up the
stuff, as
word.
in to mean something, but it could also be the means of the different
Yeah, that
data
doesn't
points
work.
someone's got
Okay.
them.
I was afraid of that.
Afraid of me putting an AW down.
What word did you? No. I just looked up a word and it doesn't work. What did you say again?
Means, MEANS.
All right, I'll say moans, MOANS.
I will stick with. Wait a minute. Lamer. I just drew that.
Yay!
We are halfway through. Okay,
Okay.
boom. Oh, no, that doesn't work.
Hey, we can do proper nouns. I'm going to say Lunde, Lunde. Just my last name.
Moans, MOANS. Ooh, interesting. And unlike the kind of, okay, what numbers are on the top letters, which don't really follow any great pattern, and maybe one day, like maybe 26 years after it comes out for the 26th anniversary, I'll retweak everything. Because I tweaked it all between first edition original and second edition original. Because, you know, you learn stuff quickly in those early days. And then it comes out, and then people say stuff, and you're like, yeah, what was I thinking? But
I'm going to say broil, BROIL.
But yes, I was just pointing out that it's quite easy to remember that all the top letters appear in all 6 schools of magic.
Yes, indeed.
So, for example, if I put moans and say MOANS, I know that there's 2 possible things that could go there, the horizontal and the diagonal.
I'm going to go ahead and
we've
discard
already
these
got the diagonal
2
S
verticals.
out, annoyingly, which does mean that we need a horizontal S. I am sorry.
There we go.
I am forcing us to find one particular letter, but we only have to make 2 words, so hopefully it's okay.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right.
And actually, this feels like What did you say for the bottom? Broil?
Yes.
BROIL. Okay. Oh no, that doesn't work at all. I'm going to discard to dig.
Oh, bummer. I'm gonna. Oh, shoot. Nope,
1,
I can't
2,
do that.
3, 4.
I'm just gonna say dirt.
Okay. So if I was to say I'm trying to think of what S's are remaining.
Oh, losing that S hurts.
It was triangles, come on.
I know, but there were no triangles in this one.
I'm sorry, maybe that, but Add other cards. That seems good. So we've used the triangle, the curl, the diagonal. So we've got the horizontal, which needs to go on the top. Then we've got the vertical, which can't go on there. Okay. And the bubbles. And then, okay. Yeah, this is... I'm checking the bees are on triangles, verticals, and horizontals. Triangle, bubbles, vertical. Triangle B, have we used that yet?
So there's no S we can put on this.
Well,
S.
Kirsten.
Yeah.
I've got, I'm going to say boils.
But there's no S. Oh, there is an S we can put on there. Okay. Oh, well, I'm going to say toils. Oh, no, I can't. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh, you can't mix the skills of magic. That would be disaster.
That would be disastrous. Okay, I'm going to...
Discard the T and something else.
Yep, I sure am.
So,
strangely enough, I'm going to discard this T. And
up
this
top, we need horizontal, or like horizontal S is what we need up top.
Yeah.
And on the bottom, we need
a T or a B, or, well, we can't have an S.
I meant
an F. There's
I was
lots
looking
of L's.
I was looking at the borders. So we're missing the triangles and the diagonals. Okay, triangles and the diagonals. Let me check if
when you say diagonals, I think of those as like X's, but that's what you mean, right?
Yeah, okay. The nice thing about diagonal is that then it's kind of rhymes.
Yeah.
I'm discarding those because they cannot be played.
I'm going to say foils. Nothing foils us. Well, sometimes.
Okay. So I think it's just about digging.
Oh, wow. Okay. But we still have another word, don't we? Oh, we only have to do 4 words?
Yes.
Oh. But I'm not sure. Okay. I'm not sure this is difficult enough then. But that's okay.
It's entirely possible maybe this should be swapped with the previous level.
Yes, at the very least.
I mean, I am enjoying this, and I don't think this level should go. But
no, I mean, I don't either. But I wonder if it should be 25, but or even 22 or something like that, because
or 21, because then you have to do 1/6 letter, and that would be. But that feels diabolical rather than
5. Yeah, so you could have put the H there for me.
I could have. I'm just digging.
I know, which I don't like that. Okay, I'm just gonna say I don't know, claim.
Okay, fine. Close.
Oh shoot. Well, now I have to discard. Oh wait, no, I don't. Hold, please. I don't discard. I finish moans.
Phew. And that is 20 word cards now, and we have completed it. And yeah, it did take us a lot less time than the previous one. It took us 15 minutes as opposed to the previous one. Even if we subtract 3 minutes for our chat, it was still 37. Yeah, the previous level was epic. I'm not saying it was necessarily diabolical, but it was epic, if you know what I mean. Just in its length, the current level 28.
I'm gonna write a success while you talk about that. Oops.
So yeah, I think that it's interesting because if you just play a bunch on your own, you don't have. I mean, honestly, I would have been like, oh, swap it with the previous one, that's fine. And then Kirsten saying, oh, at the very least. I mean, I agree with Kirsten. Kirsten's on the ball. Kirsten knows what she's doing. Kirsten's a great designer. And so I'm thinking, okay, is it easier than 26? Was it easier than 27? I mean, let's have a quick reminder of going back. So for a recap, 26 was the leave behind first, third, and fifth, where we did fail it. 27, it felt really hard. 28 was a headache, and I feel like without Kirsten, I don't know if I would. I don't know, like if I was soloing it, I might have kind of carried on with the puzzle and then just sort of found all the cards that were remaining and then done it. But Kirsten did actually solve the puzzle much better, and I felt good about working on that together. I feel like 28 is definitely the hardest one we've played so far, and I'm actually looking at 30, which we'll see how it works. But I would suggest, yeah, I'll let Kirsten decide, but I would be happy for the current 29 to be moved back to 27 or even 26 if you feel like all of them are quite hard. I mean, they are tricky. And I mean, what do you think? I'll let you kind of keep writing because I can see.
Yes, I apologize. It suddenly went, oh no.
And to anyone, what this is the thing about gauging difficulty. Like, we aren't even trying to have a linear difficulty because we've accepted there are going to be some spikes, but let's try to make those spikes intentional. And even if 30 and 29 are the joint hardest, I think that would be a lot better than. Yeah, so current 29, maybe it requires knowledge of the deck for sure. 26, you can lock yourself, but it can also be easy, relatively. I would say, for me, 26 works where it is. Also, I kind of like the fact that it's leave behind. It's just an evolution. It's not too difficult. So, having pondered it, I would say 26, the current 29, then 27, then 28. That's what would be my thinking of the difficulty order of the last ones we played. What? So we have managed to succeed at level 29. And I am going to read out the thing. Oh, we are reminded. Did we do the back and forth stretching time? I don't know if we did. I'm going to get up for a moment. Stretching time, stretching time. I am stretching left and right, but the thing on the screen said back and front. So, but there's no gods for me to affront with my slightly miss doing of the stretching time. Yeah. I don't know if I should talk about religion on this show because it's his game focus, but I am basically an atheist. I'm open to the idea of some God being out there, and I don't really care very much about it. But yeah, even if there's a God, I don't think they'd care about stretching time. I don't think doing it wrong it's not a religious practice. It's not an affront to God. Be comfortable in that. Anyway, so we are successful wizards. I'm going to start reading it.
Yep.
The final creature disappears in a burst of smoke as you defeat it with the unified schools of magic. It wasn't easy, but you and your colleagues worked as much in tandem and unity as your divinations. Learn more about this relentless foe in quest number 30.
That's a bad segue, but that's okay.
Quest number 30, Shadows Against the Light. The library, I'm going to close this for just a moment, and then we get to the finale. The library is bathed in a blinding light, casting small shadows in only the most remote corners. You had no idea your enemy was capable of such brilliance. Balance must be restored, utters River at your side. We shall aid one another to prevent either of us from surrendering fully to the dark. It's phrased as a question, but they know the answer as well as you do. You nod solemnly as your eyes darken. And again, this entire chapter, we remove nothing. The words must be 5 or more letters long because it's still tricky. There are no other rules, and our goal is simply to use 20 bottom letters before we use 12 top letters. So if on our final word we have our 12th top letter and our 20th bottom letter at the same time, that is sadly going to be a fail. So
thank you for your patience with me. That was a little bit of an oops, but not bad for writing on the spot.
You are wonderful, Kirsten. You are a marvel. And I'm going to draw cards, and it's all about using a ridiculous number of lower letters. And it feels like a retread of the 4 from the bottom. But, yeah.
But that's good. We're using
then,
those skills that hopefully we've practiced.
24. Did we manage to do... How many do we need to do? Let me read the thing again. It's 20 from the bottom before 10 from the top.
For 12 from the top.
12 from the top. 12 from the top. Thank you. 20 from the bottom. So if we make 4 in a word with 6 letter words, that would be 5. Is that correct? Yeah, 5.
Yeah.
No, because we can't have the 2 from the top at the end. So it... No, we could, because then it would be 20 and 10. So if we manage to do that, then we can do it. I feel like this is... Okay. Let's... And now look, I was about to say, oh, well, it feels like we've already done this. It's basically just one more word than before. And I'm looking at my cards thinking, what the heck am I meant to start off with? And I'm going to...
Yep. We can do longer words.
And just say cough.
Right? We can do longer words.
CUFF.
Okay.
So maybe that was a bad clue.
I'm going to say... no, I'm going to say... Debt, DEPT. Right? No, DEBT, excuse me. DEBT. I just said the wrong letter. Sorry.
I'm going to discard 2.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay. Oh!
All right.
If I was a dog, my tail would it be wagging? Oh my gosh, I forgot to put the timestamp. We started about 1 minute ago. Let's see.
I'm going to say binged, BINGED.
Binged, BGD. That's not enough.
I know.
I'm going to say cuffs. CUFFS.
Looking up a word. Yeah. Just making sure it could be used this way. Gabbed, GABBED.
Cuffs. Ooh.
Gabbed, GABBED.
I was. Yeah, cuffs. I just drew the second F. I was really worried I was going to push us down a dead end for ages. I mean, I know communicating that is cheating, but again, it doesn't give you any information for your game, so I'm totally okay with that.
Okay. Well, this apparently works. Jibbed, GIBBED.
Yes, that is a word.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that you. Wait a minute. Is jibbed with a G? Yes, it is.
Yeah, GIBBED is what I was saying. Yep.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
IBBED. And so we have to remember we've used that for the top.
We can do, this is what we usually, I mean, if it helps, this work, unless you want to separate them. Right? So that's 4 on top, 4 bottom, 2 top, but that may look too weird. Yep. Bottoms, tops. Does that work?
Okay.
Now it's me. How about bling? BLING.
Riddle. RIDDLE.
Riddle. RIDDLE, I guess.
Yes, riddle. Oh, wait. That's not as many. That's not as good as I thought it was. That's not a good ratio. Going to check.
It's not the best. Nope.
Hopefully cuffs will make up for it.
Yeah, that's why I gasped when you finished with the G there, which was the SG.
But there's more S's. There's only 2 G's left, but there's 3 S's.
Yep, that's true. No, I totally understand why. I'm just going to discard.
That's totally fair. We've got plenty of letters. We don't need to... and I will discard with a view to getting... Yep. With a view to digging.
Middle.
Nice, nice. That's such a better word. Oh my gosh, it's amazing how one letter change can make all the difference. And okay, I'll sorry, I'm going to keep digging. Ooh.
I'm going to have to discard. Which one's better to discard? I think this one. There's that G.
My gosh, this is not looking...
Yeah, that was one of the... That's like, remember when my consultant counsel was, would you prefer that I do the top one or the bottom one? Or actually, I didn't say that. I said, would you prefer that I finish the top word?
I thought that was in a previous quest. I don't.
It was, but that was.
Yeah, with the...
That would have been a great moment for it. Because I would have been able to clue you.
I'm going to discard.
Oh wow, well. We're in trouble. Yeah, we're
not necessarily. Okay. I'm going to check something.
I'm going to discard.
Yes, that is.
I think we may have to end on our fail here.
No, we are okay. I'm just
okay.
Checking. Yes, so something that has a middle can be called middled. Like an animal that has a middle.
Okay.
Middled.
Okay. I will discard, I guess. Let me see. No, that's not. Okay. I will discard.
That's fine. That's fine. I mean, it's not ideal, but
no,
I do have
clearing it.
middled.
I would definitely have preferred clearing it.
It is one more though. Middled. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my gosh.
And we need 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we don't even have 20 cards left, do we? Oh, no, we have 10, 15, 19. No, we don't have 20 cards left.
Let's keep going and see how close we get.
Okay. Rum, R-U-M.
Cuffs. Yeah, I think our system of displaying cards isn't going to work. I will put them into groups of 5.
Okay.
1, 2, 3,
I have to do that playtesting so I can make sure I grab the words after. But yeah, it doesn't help with counting.
3, 4, 5. So we've got to have 7 more from the top. Before, I mean, we've got a lot of leeway with the bottom.
True, we've got so few.
I mean, we've got to have we've got so lots of leeway with the top. We need to have 7 from the bottom.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have
7 from the
7,
bottom,
7.
And we can have 6 from the top if we want to. But that would literally be every single card. S's, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 2 S's.
I don't know. Row, ROW.
Okay. Oh no, DK's out.
Yeah, I had to discard it.
Yeah, I'm not blaming you. I hope you don't feel... But I'm going to look up a random word. Wait, how many C's? No, that's... Why would I even look that up? I can't continue that word, so...
All of our C's are out.
Oh, I'm not... I mean, I think it's doable, but probably not. I'm going to say lie, L-Y-E. Also, I was just thinking now that if you can clear with a 3, that makes it kind of a good reason for why clue words can be any word from 3 letters or more. Four H's are out. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to consult the council. I think this is the first time.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, are you aware that the word mushy, M-U-S-H-Y, would give us 4 of our lower letters?
Sure. Let's go. Are our S's all gone? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, not that I want that, but...
Oh, I was missing one because it was off the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's only 2 S's in the game.
I don't think I want it anyway.
You don't want mushy?
Not. Just thinking of. Anyway, not looking at that. If you want mushy there, you can have mushy there. 1, 2, 3, 4. All the D's are out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are there only 5 visible O's?
1, 2, 3.
Oh no, all 6 of them.
All 6 O's are out. Yeah.
1, 2. We've still got a lot of E's left. I say a lot. I mean, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there are. If I'm not miscounting, there's 3 E's left. Okay, I'm going to say. Oh no, that doesn't win us the game. I was going to give you a... Yeah, but no, that doesn't work. I don't want to tell you it's anymore. It's just a terrible idea. Thank goodness I caught that. I mean, it would
No.
have been a great idea if 4-letter words were allowed. But, this is tricky. It's not
No,
moderates anymore.
we don't have O's. We decided the O's are all out, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh. How many D's? One.
No, the D's are all out.
Are they? 2, 3, 4, 5, yes.
Mm-hmm. One, two, three. Not all the B's are out, though. Is that what I'm seeing? 1, 2, 3. We have another B.
Yes, there is one more B. And it would be the B paired with the R, I think. It's the SB, NB, IB, RB.
No. Blue.
Rins. What did you say?
I said blue.
BLU. Oh my gosh.
It's only 4 letters.
But no, that doesn't work. Okay, I'm going to check something.
Oh, I wish
Yes. Yes. You can make something blue. Something can be blued.
We're out of D's.
Oh, goodness. Oh, blue. No, bluer doesn't work. That we need to have. Yeah. I'm aware that I've already mentioned mushy, which gives us 4, and then we would need 3 on the other thing. Actually, bluer would work if there's any R's. How many R's are left? 1, 2, 3, 4.
1.
Oh my gosh. And given that the B and the R are paired, that doesn't work. Blues doesn't work because there's only one S. No 2 S's. Gosh. And we've only got 4 cards in the deck.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. I can see what you mean about kind of opening it top. That maybe just what did I make that I could have opened up the thing? Maybe
Middle.
I could have just done middle, and then we would have had to have 8 rather than 7. Would that have been better? I don't know. I honestly still am not sure.
I had to discard after that for sure.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's not about forcing you to discard is really not okay. And at that point, I saw I had an S to finish cuffs, so that was a clue to me that you don't have it. Club. C's are out. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep, the C's are out. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel like we can do this. Come on. There must be something. Blub. I mean, if only blobs would have worked, but there's not enough B's. Club. And yeah, I'm aware that we are very close to just easiest communication setting at this point. But I'm still not showing you my card, so we are still
yeah, we can still
from there. And
imagine what it might be.
I mean, I did consult the council in the meaning. I mean, I do wonder, like, if you're
Have we
allowed to
done
say,
3?
"Are you aware that blah blah blah?" Does that mean, like, how much does it ruin the game if I just use that to say, "Are you aware that, by the way, I've got..." Okay, I'm going to use these 3 cards as an example. I've got IU, NF, and OF in my hand, and this is a word that I'm able to make. And then, yeah, so if you're imparting information, it's almost like you might as well impart all the information, but that feels against the spirit.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And again, I'm not sure, would that be breaking it? Or would people like just be like... Because I mean, if
I don't think it should be say all the letter, like you can't say all of the letters in your hand.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
MU and BLU is so good.
Yeah, it's just that we don't have much left to go with it.
Have we got the Y's? Wait, there's 2 Y's left.
Okay.
Is that correct?
I think that is correct. I don't see any out here, so
Yes.
Yeah.
Bluey is a word.
I just knew it was the character, but okay.
It is a word. I was thinking
What do
it
you
would
know?
be, oh, it's kind of something that's a bit bluish, but no. It's in
Aussie.
American English, it's for swag or legal summons, and in Australian informal, it's a blanket or
Wild. Okay.
So Bluey is totally a word.
Okay.
So having established that,
Thanks, Bluey.
I am going to clearly put Bluey, BLUEY.
Bluey. BLUEY.
Bluey.
Hey.
Okay, so that is 3.
Definitely claim that one.
Whoops. Bluey. And we only need 3 more. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. We only need 3 more. And so
Awesome.
I think it is possible.
Okay. I'm just going to say lay, L-A-Y.
I'm going to discard 2, hoping.
Mushy.
Yes! Mushy!
Mushy.
Yes! Oh my gosh.
That is
Wow.
a bloody miracle, is what that is. I cannot believe I have 1 card in my hand. That's it.
So we managed to get 21 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 21 and 7 from the bottom.
Wow.
I'm just commenting on that because we felt like 20 and 10 was too hard. And there we got 21 and 7.
That was really hard, though. even knowing we had wiggle room, it was still really hard either way.
Yeah, I'm not sure that the going back to 10 would have made it any harder. I think that we still needed to use that wiggle room, if you know what I mean. And, you know, I was kind of discarding quite frequently. It's 33. Let me check the time. 33. It took us 25 minutes. So yeah, they are... Did that feel harder than What was 28?
Exactly 17.
Yes.
Yes, and I've played these solo as well, and I think you have too, and I feel like there's just more wiggle room. I felt like in the primes with the 17. I don't know,
Yeah,
maybe I'm
I
wrong,
have, okay, in...
because you can use either letter. It's just about the numbers, whereas this, you get really locked in, and
Yeah, that's true. Once you've started putting stuff down, you are locked in. You do need to discard. You can't get through it without being willing to discard. And I think it takes a bit of a emotional shift, but then having to only get like 20 letters in the previous things through 48 cards, it does kind of get you into that mindset of discarding is okay. But I think you really need to embrace that.
and we got lucky again. That could have gone wrong at the end too.
It could have, you're right.
Easily with the cards going to us differently.
Those levels, let's have a quick discussion of chapter 6. And while you were typing, I was saying that I would suggest, I mean, are there any of those levels that you think did not work well in terms of isolated rather than contextually, if you know what I mean? Because they are...
I think they all worked well. I definitely felt like 29 was a little on the easy side.
So if we were to go 26, 29, 27, 28, 30, do you think that would fix that chapter?
It fixes it in order. I can't remember how many we had left on 26. It even felt easy compared to 26. The thing...
Do you want me to...
That would also, because that one's claim 20 cards. So that kind of messes with our pattern as well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we can say 17 plus. People are going to have to do 4 words, I think. But that didn't seem... I don't know. Maybe we just got lucky with the cards. I don't know. But that didn't seem... impossibly difficult. I don't know. It just didn't seem... I don't know if it felt tricky at that point.
I mean, I felt like I felt it was tricky to me.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because we had to work out and we had to really think, okay, all the letters are here.
I did goof up that one, so I had to discard because I goofed up trying to put the wrong letter on. So that remembering that is can be tricky.
Well, I've not put up little markers to say what quest we're on. That's not great of me. But quest number 26, I think we had about 17. I'm just looking backwards at the video recording.
Oh,
no,
okay.
We went down to 12, 11. Yeah. Is that when we... Let me...
And we didn't get a time count on that one either, did we? But we can go back and look at
it. Yeah, we had 11 when we actually did it. So are you suggesting that 29... Oh, stretching time, turnaround. Okay. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. That's how I choose to do it. I think that if you think 29 should be 26, I am okay with that, given that the current 26 does lock you in a bit more. And I think that with being able to discard with 3-letter words, it does become easier. I think that, yeah, with the 17s, we can start off with the 7, that could be 17 or more, and then in theory, if they want to do 2 6-letter words, but I think that would be making it harder for themselves. So I think 17 plus still works.
Yeah.
And
3 6-letter words. If somebody pulls that off, they deserve that win.
absolutely. And I want to hear about it. And
Right?
then you've got the words total exactly 17, claim 20 cards. And then you've got use 20 bottom letters before using 12 top letters. So there's still a nice pattern.
Yeah.
So moving 29, I think, is fine. Are we otherwise happy with chapter 6?
Yeah, I'll just need to rewrite it a little bit to accommodate that change, but I think that's great. Hopefully you enjoyed we didn't read success.
Oh!
This is an important success here.
So between us, mother, who truly lives in the shadows? It's Jack's voice that cuts through the fading light as you and your fellow librarians defeat him again. Mother? You quickly look round and see the other librarians equally stunned and searching. All except for the head librarian who stares defiantly at nothing. Uncover more of this revelation even as you defend the arts with quest number 31. Do.
Yes.
Like it's I'm going to. Can you do you have energy to do 31, because it should be relatively easy?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, that's totally fair. Can I read out the intro for chapter 7?
Absolutely.
Chapter 7, the arts and deception. Fiendish. And slight spoiler, but now we're going to have to make 6-letter words. We can't even stop at 5. This is going to be ridiculous. The head librarian holds up her hand to silence the tumult of voices clamoring at Jack's revelation. Yes, she says calmly. He is my son. Jack trained here at the library and became quite skilled. But he is stubborn and believes he knows best. Jack flouted the wisdom of those who established this institution. And when he violated our rules for the last time... She pauses and sighs heavily. I had no choice but to banish him from our ranks. She holds up her hand once again as murmurs buzz through the gathered librarians. No more questions now. Rest. Jack will return soon enough. And next time, on Sunday, I believe we are gathering again to play quest number 31, Deprived of Art. And that tells you a little bit about what might be happening, but not the whole story. So we will leave it for next time. But
so I wanted to check in with you on how were the story beats for you there? What did you think?
I did enjoy how it came out. I enjoyed we had discussed that something was going to happen at that point. I liked the way, the defiance, I like the fact that it was mentioned in the success, and then immediately you get a bit more about it. I think that works well because you don't need to wait ages. I'm going to actually I'm wanting to skim ahead for the next story actually. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. I won't tell everyone, but like the next bit is, but yeah, it feels it felt like everything in that story was about Jack, and it was building them up to be this big thing. So when there's a payoff, I think that works well. And I don't think there should be a big payoff on every chapter. But, we've talked about how this... Okay, I'm going to say
Don't spoil too
something.
much.
Pardon?
Don't spoil too much.
Okay. I feel like this is arguably the big twist of the whole story. Like, it is the whole turning point. And I think it's a really good timing for it because it's quest number 30. And now it's not only the end of the chapter, it's also now you need to make 6-letter words. It's the end of the difficulty. And I think that's a really good time. And it makes me want to keep playing because it's like, oh, there's something more going on here. I honestly, it was written very well. I felt like this was going to be a challenging thing to write. And what you've come up with, I love it. Now I feel the need to couch that in uncertainty and say, well, of course, nothing's perfect and everything can be improved. But like, no, honestly, I love it. If I was reading this in a printed game, I would be happy with this. And I don't think I can say better than that, because ultimately that's what it's all about. It's not whether it's perfect. It's not whether it's immaculate. It's whether it fundamentally delivers the experience that you want. And I think that this writing, these series of quests absolutely do that. And so, yeah, you won't have had time to read my BGG post because I posted it literally 30 seconds before it started. But sorry, people. I should also edit it to say we'll be doing it on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays generally. But yeah, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, 10 a.m. UK, 9 p.m. Yeah, but that does.
What did you say in the BGG post?
I was just talking briefly about. I basically said that I'm really proud of it as a game right now, but nothing is perfect, and we're still playtesting it, and you're still writing stuff. And I do kind of constantly talk about how nothing is perfect, like Yogi. I think Yogi is a great game. But, after many years, I have learned things. Like back when In the Bind became Yogi, like it was only, okay, this one card, change that. Because right hand, right of right elbow, it's too much right. And having stuff above other stuff, okay, if it was right hand above right elbow, that's fine. But right hand to the right also, okay, it's to the right from my perspective, but then if I tilt my head, it's too many questions. Sorry, for those who don't know, Yogi, you've got a bunch of simple physical instructions that you need to do simultaneously. And so that one card was taken out. And then after, it was only taken out because after I'd been playing it and demoing it lots, it was mainly with drunken people, I will admit. But it is still a game where you don't want even that 5 seconds of confusion. You want people to read it and immediately understand it. And then I saw that, I made changes. And similarly, in the, let's say it was released in 2017, in the 6 years, let's say 6.5 years since Yogi was released, and I kept working, like I was still looking at In a Bind, I would have learned more. And I have noticed things that could, in theory, if they were releasing a second edition that might be coming out, hopefully at some point in the relatively near future, it would be quite different. And I'm not saying that, and it's at the point where it isn't Yogi and all, like nothing's been announced. I'm going to couch this in the word hypothetically, but it would, like, similarly, like we can keep working on stuff. The more you play test, the more you learn. But there's a point of diminishing returns. And the point isn't at what point this is perfect, because if you try to do that, the answer will simply be never. Nothing's ever perfect. Right. But then the question is, when is it good enough? And that sounds like a cop-out answer, but it is. But then good enough for what? Is it good enough to sell, to be adequate, to be a 5 out of 10 game? Yeah, that's a bit of a rubbish kind of approach to stuff, I would say. but is it good enough for someone to fall in love with it, for it to deliver the experiences you want? Because, yeah, if you had a typo in there, and I do definitely think that this is a game that does need a proofreader and stuff before we go to print. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe
Along with
not
other kinds
before
of
1st
editing,
of
yeah.
August, because that feels like an expense that isn't required, because people who are downloading it for free, this sounds terrible, but there is a different measure of quality requirement for a free download print and play game versus something that you pay, I don't know how much, 20, 30 quid, and then you get in a box and it's like nice, lavish cards. I mean, imagine if they were actually cold pressed, like with gold foiled. I don't know, maybe I'm imagining too much, but oh, can I show you this tarot deck? Is this, hold on. I'm going to show you this tarot deck. I was sent this tarot deck as a sample, and it's just super shiny and lovely, and they're all kind of gold foil,
Oh, wow.
embossed in different ways, and it's just like you could do such lovely things with that, stamping just one side of it. And this is, yeah, I'll give a shout out to Fabrica Cards. I'm not saying we're definitely locked into printing, but like all printers can do the same kind of stuff. And there is definitely the potential for, you could do gold foil stamping, you could do the laminates, and then we have to think about environmental costs. But anyway, the point is that if you're paying money for something, let alone if you're paying, a premium amount for something, there's a different level of quality, I think, to a free print and play. But again, as designers, as publishers, as creators, and as consumers, we need to be aware nothing can be ever perfect, but it's about, is it fundamentally something that we are capable of falling in love with? Because I think that's the key thing. We don't want to just I think you're the same, and I'm sorry if I'm speaking for you, I'm speaking too much. But like, I don't want to put out something that people are just like, yeah, that's all right. I want to put out stuff that people are like, wow, this is really cool, and I really love it. I mean, I'm not saying everyone will love it, but stuff that really sparks that joy, that sparks that connection, that sparks love for a certain part of the audience. And basically, I'm looking at the writing, and your writing helps accomplish that. Your writing is bringing resonance and impact to the levels. You're making sense of mechanical gumph, for want of a better word. And again, I'm not saying Magic the Gathering is a good game. I think the business model is incredibly problematic. But Mark Rosewater talks all the time about how some cards are top down, and then you come up with a concept, and then you do the mechanics, and then it kind of makes sense. Sometimes you have, okay, this is what I'm going to do. How the heck can we make this make sense? And somehow you need the art and the title and maybe one line of flavor text to make people think, okay, I kind of get what's going on here, maybe. And like, I think that your writing does that. It kind of makes sense of things it explains them thematically, so people don't need to do that work themselves. It allows people a tiny bit of suspension of disbelief so they can continue getting immersed in this world. And yeah, I think yeah, you are brilliant, and I can't wait to see what you come up with next.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, good. And we introduced River briefly once before, and I brought River back, and I hope that's I wanted another person, but I wanted to build a closer relationship.
I wonder if River should have been mentioned before a bit more. I'm not saying that we want to do like, I wouldn't advise you kind of going back just now, but
oh yeah,
I would have liked to maybe, once we've gone through, it felt a bit, oh, okay, I remember that name, but yeah, it felt a bit like it wasn't really introduced. But like, I think fundamentally,
Yeah, I briefly introduced them before and wanted to bring them back, and it wasn't long ago that I introduced them, but
I
when was
think
it?
that the story beats are there. Everything so far has engaged me, and everything so far has entertained me. I've never felt that I am playing this game only in order to learn the story, because frankly, if that was the case, I would just read ahead. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm,
I
mhm.
don't have to play the game for that. And I do think, with all due respect, the I think if I were playing it, I'd be like, yeah, I'm enjoying this. Okay, I can see something's coming up, and I'm going to take it in due course. But if I found myself, I think if this were a published game and I had not worked on it, if I couldn't play it enough with my friends and I was getting grumpy about not knowing the story, that might actually motivate me to solo, the remaining levels to jump ahead. And then if on level 39 or whatever I just can't do it and I'm struggling, I could imagine myself maybe kind of skipping and be like, okay, I'll just read the next thing if I'm really that much into it. Because, like, non-interactive story in a game is always a weird one. I think
Mhm.
it does impact the game. It couches your experience in a certain mood, but I think also it's not the reason you play, is it? I mean, the reason you
No,
play is for those
not this
emergent
one.
pieces. The reason you
Yeah.
play is for, wow, Kirsten managed to work out the word points, and that was actually perfect. But then it didn't work with either of the two things. So then we had to make a three-letter word, and then I worked out that T and O, they do actually work. And then that other letter where mushy actually works, and I was really proud of that. But
Yeah,
then
yeah,
we needed three letters, and then we managed to find out bluey. And even learning that word is a
yeah.
story that I'll remember, maybe.
Mhm.
I don't know. But it's
I think I
certainly
might remember that one because I my experience with Bluey was the show,
me
the kids
too.
show, and so
I
not
just had the
realizing that Bluey
suspicion.
is the
You're allowed
Aussies,
to look up one word a turn, and I think that's the perfect amount.
and I love that it's Australians use it for informally for blanket or these different things. So it's
Oh, come
like, oh,
on.
that's cute.
You've got to have your bluey.
That's cute. Yeah, you're Bluey. I love it. Although inexplicably, the sixth definition on it is a redheaded person. So I don't know how a ginger becomes a bluey. I have no idea, but
It's the wrong color.
it's totally wrong. I don't know. Those are Aussies.
That should be like ready, or I don't know, but like, and these are the stories that we generate. And
Yeah. Yeah. And so the story I'm writing is I don't feel a tremendous amount of pressure because I mean I want it to be engaging, but I know that it's not a narrative game. That's not this isn't an immersive narrative. It's a framework
hmm.
to to further enjoy the actual cooperative campaign game, right? So it's not immersive like a narrative would be, and you're not it's not an RPG. You're not embodying the character.
I mean,
Um,
I have issues with narrative-based board games because, again, it feels like it comes down to too often play something and then get a bit of narrative. And, even when it's kind of woven in, like Above and Below, for example, it feels like a separate thing. And I think that RPGs for me are different because, especially in LARPs, even when people are like, the whole point is that people are able to create that fiction, the story themselves. And to my mind, like, maybe this is getting too off topic, there is a weird discordance, like dissonance between, you want to play this interactive thing, but no matter what you do, it doesn't actually impact the story. And so you don't feel really like you're living in it. And so you've got this interactive medium where the medium is all about choice. It's about play. It's about, doing what you do. And then the writing is about being told. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying we need to change anything in our design. It's just something that I've been thinking about generally, how I don't think that sometimes, I mean, I don't want to be gatekeepery, and like if that's what people enjoy, basically having. And the truth is, like in this story, there is, here's me explaining to you what's going on. Sometimes it's kind of like a little bit silly B-movie-ish of, it's the monsters come and it's 5 heads, but it's only one thing. There is no plurality, which is why the S's have been removed and why there's 5 cards in a column, and now it's totally different. And that's fun. And like, the schools of magic are the borders. That's a nice thing. And it helps you make sense that when you're doing these things, it's like the frequencies of 17 being a magical number. This kind of thing does build it up. So you could allude to it. But I think that as the levels get trickier and trickier, or more and more diabolical, I should say, we're both laughing evilly.
Yes, I find myself doing that a lot in playtesting, where I'm like, I'm sorry, should I mute myself so I'm not giggling maniacally at you?
The harder it's going to continue. I don't know what I'm saying. Sorry, I'm done.
Well, I'm glad that some of it, and I've had fun with underscoring what the mechanics are in the story, so that it helps. That helps me as a player usually when theme and mechanics are tied together.
Because
it just helps me remember things, and it feels more intuitive and innate when I'm playing. That, if I remember, 17's magical and has power because of this, then it helps me remember that we're doing 17 or more at the time. Or if we're talking about the darkness and we associate that with the bottom letters, that'll help me remember that we're looking for bottom letters.
The bottom I don't know if it would work two-tone. I'm still not sure about that. I don't think we should talk about graphic design and stuff just now.
Not yet.
Back into it. And I think it would be quite interesting. And story has a number of functions. For sure, you can piggyback on the story to help you remember stuff, to help you remember what the mechanics are. You can use the story as something to talk about when the game's a bit easy and you're waiting for someone to take their turn. Because, I don't think I sent you a voice message because my phone really wasn't working. I need to get Facebook back onto my phone so I can send voice messages randomly from the phone. But sorry, that's me sighing because of all the phone technology.
The phone stuff, yes. I relate. I'm having similar phone problems.
It's problematic because I can't input my password because the numbers don't work, because the button that shows the numbers is too close to the edge. So the only way for me to ever say a number is to do voice to text. And in the shop, they kind of helped me do it by doing anyway. So back to the point. The point is that some people are playing through it, and even though this was the group that was skipping 1, 11, 21, which totally changed the way that we do those level skips, they then also had to think of saying, I wonder what's going on with this head librarian. She's just made us junior librarians without us doing barely anything. Maybe she's a bit evil herself. And that was emergent because they'd skipped so much. But the fact that clearly they were then making sense of it and filling in a few blanks and embellishing it with details, I think that's a lovely thing because it gives you something more to engage with. Because Shout out to Ricky Tata. They talk about the jollies, like the reasons that people play games, and they say, oh yeah, some people have the jolly of working out the puzzles, some people have the jolly of coordination, and it doesn't even need to be a lot of coordination, and some people have the jolly of role playing and just saying you are junior librarians, and I could imagine people making whoosh and like just injecting that evening with a tiny bit more fun. And on a table, you can do things that you can't really do on a stream. And this is all a long-winded way to say, yes, I care more about the mechanics than the story, but I have come to respect the story a lot for what it can do to elevate the experience even more. But I do think that the fundamental mechanics have to be really blooming solid. And I'm really proud of what we've got here.
And that's why I'm only writing the story now, is because we've focused our energy and time on really, really working on the mechanics. So we didn't write story to cover up flaws in the mechanics. We wrote it to enhance what we worked really hard on first. So yeah, we definitely agree that was the focus for a long time, which was why it was so interesting when we started adding the story, how much it changed the experience for people playtesting. That was something very illuminating to me. I was not, I didn't even think about what impact it would have to start, because we've been solely playtesting mechanically and making sure that it was really sound. Yeah. So it's been fun to add that onto something I was already really proud of.
Wow. So looking ahead, we do have a lot of interesting stuff going on. Oh my gosh, that's yes.
We are moving into Fiendish. This is no joke here.
I'm a bit concerned about the 6-letter words. I think that's going to make a big difference. I'm also looking at some of the requirements, like level 33, sounds challenging, and level 34 and level 30, all of that's good. Like, I basically looked at the last 3 levels and thought, oh my gosh, I could imagine us losing there. I could imagine us having to spend like 20 minutes working out a puzzle of what to do there. And I wonder if we will be able to finish a full chapter, but we will see.
Yes, I definitely need the opportunity to push the escape button if I need to get to bed, because it's getting late.
Yeah. I will bring the stream to a close. Thank you everyone for watching. I see there's 1 person on Twitch and 29 people on Twitter. And I know Matt was around earlier. Anyone who's watching, whether you've said hello or not, I just hope that you have enjoyed this, and I hope you are excited to play it yourselves on the 1st of August. And this is going to sound weird, but I kind of miss those early levels now, where it was like, oh, we were flying through them and it was too easy.
Yeah.
I feel like if I'd gotten this far and then I was playing with another group, I might be like, okay, let's start at level 1. I mean, quest 1. Yeah, we will jump to 5 and skip a few if you want, but I'm very happy to do that, because it might not be challenging, but it is interesting to me. I've been rambling. Fun. You've been tired. Kirsten, chat, you've been present. I'm not going to. And Kirsten, do you have anything you want to say to the wonderful people at home, or potentially on the tube or wherever?
No, I'm grateful for folks tuning in and indulging us as we indulge ourselves in exploring Questabell. I'm still thrilled and increasingly challenged. Fiendish, here we come.
Yes. Well, bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye. This is the end of the show. Bye. And now it's time to go. Bye. We'll be back on Sunday. and the fiendish quests are what will play. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye-bye, everyone.